In this video, we will learn about functions in Python, one of the most important concepts to write clean and reusable code. So, what is a function? A function is a block of code that runs only when it is called. Instead of writing the same code again and again, we can store it inside a function and reuse it whenever we need. So, let's create a function first. I have already created a file. Now, let's create a function. So here def suppose or to create a function we have to give def, then our function name is greet. So definition of our function is greet, and we can give print hello everyone. Now we will call the function. We'll call the function greet. Okay. Now let's save it and run it. Okay, let's run it. Here you can see hello everyone. Now we can repeat it as many times as we want, as it's a function. Here another time I will give, okay, beg your pardon. So Control S. Then here you can see 3 times it is printing. So now what is happening here? Here I am defining a function named greet using the def keyword. Inside the function I am writing a print statement that will display a message. Now this code will run automatically. To execute it, I need to call the function using greet parentheses. Once I call it, the message gets printed on the screen. Now let's move one step forward and learn how to pass data into a function using argument. Sometimes we want our function to work with different values, so we use arguments. These values are passed into the function and used inside it. Let's do that. First of all, remove it. Here I'm giving an argument name, and here I'm passing that argument. Okay, not here, it will be outside it. Here, name. Okay, and now inside it I will pass the name Harry. Now what will happen, let's figure that out. Here you can see it is printing hello, and whatever name we pass as an argument here, it is printing Harry. So what is happening here, let's discuss elaborately. So here I am defining a function that takes a parameter called name. The parameter will receive the value when the function is called. Inside the function I am printing hello along with the name. Now when I call the function and pass Harry, this value goes into the same parameter. So the output is hello Harry. Next, we will learn about default arguments, which make our functions more flexible. So default arguments allow us to assign a default value to a parameter. If the user doesn't provide any value, the function uses the default one. Now let's create a default function. So here I'm giving Harry, and suppose I have to give second bracket. Here I'm giving Harry, and from here I'm going to cut this, and here let's run this. So here you can see, using different default value, we are having the same output as hello Harry. Now let's explain what is going on. So here I am setting a default value which is name Harry for the parameter name. This means if no value is passed, the function will use this name automatically. Now give me one answer. Here, if I give any argument from here, suppose I'm giving Rohan. Now what will happen? Answer it first. Now let's execute it. Okay. So here you can see first it will print hello Rohan, which I am uh, passing argument from here, and it's override the default variable value, and here you can see it is printing hello Rohan. But second time I'm not giving any argument and it is giving output hello Harry. First I call the function with Rohan, so it overrides the default value. Then I call the function without passing anything. This time it uses the default value and print hello Harry. Finally, let's explore recursion, a powerful concept where a function calls itself. So recursion happens when a function calls itself to solve a smaller version of problem. But every recursive function must have a stopping condition, otherwise it will run forever. Now let's create a program of factorial using recursion. Let's comment that out and let's create a program using recursion. Our function name should be factorial, and we will pass variable argument n, and here I'm going to give if n equals 0, return 1, else return n into factorial, our function name factorial n minus 1. Now let's print let's print our result, which is factorial of 5, suppose, as for now. Okay, let's run this. So here you can see factorial of 5 is 120. Suppose I'm giving factorial of 6. Now what will be our answer? Here you can see 720. So here what is happening? Here I am defining a function called factorial that takes a number n. Now first I check if n is equal to 0. This is the base condition which stops the recursion. If it is 0, then return 1. Otherwise, I return n multiple by the factorial of n minus 1. This means the function keeps calling itself with smaller values. Okay. So when I call factorial of 5, it calculates 5 times into 4 times into 3 times into 2 times into 1 time, which ultimately gave me 120. Suppose if I give factorial of 5, what would be our answer? What would be our result? Our ultimately result would be 120. So this is for today, and I'll see you next time.